Hiya folks, how's it going? My name's Lexi and I really like tabletop games. So much so that we sit down together once a week, every week, and review one here at the gaming table. I try to keep these videos short, under 10 minutes, so we can both find our next game. You should subscribe and keep watching today's video. If you would like to go the extra special mile for the gaming table, you can donate to my channel using the link in my description box below, which goes to my Ko-Fi page. All donations go straight back into the running costs of the channel, so it is deeply appreciated. Today I have the wonderful privilege of reviewing a game that was sent to me. I always appreciate when people reach out with games for me to review. Not only does it provide me a game to review, but sometimes it means I get to review a game I might not have otherwise. Thank Winged Lion for reaching out to me with today's game. I also need to thank everyone who's donated to my Ko-Fi page. Sometimes, like today's case, game creators can only send me a digital copy of their game, not a physical copy. In these circumstances, I get the game printed and bound locally. The donations to my Ko-Fi page go towards covering these costs. So thank you to everyone who's donated. With those thank yous done, let's jump into today's game. This is Arcana Famalia. This game is set in a distant future. An immortal king, Basilio, rules. The king is proclaimed to be good and just, but a small amount of poking and prodding can show that that's not really the case. In this kingdom, only one faith is permitted. It is a deity known as the One Who Has Many Faces. The entity arrived from somewhere distant and mysterious and promised humanity peace and harmony. The price to pay is, of course, independence and individualism. There's many disappearances and a disease called the Kiss, which is linked to worshippers and followers of the One with Many Faces. There's some other mysteries as well, like Japan and Korea being cut off from the world and plunged in darkness. The darkness has now lifted, but anyone who travels there to find out what happened is never heard from again. Players in this game take on the roles of characters who have seen the true horror of the world that they live in. Now they want to do something about it. These people, called Lost Children, make a pact with a mysterious entity known as Owls. The AO share their power with the Lost Children, in exchange for a small and consistent amount of blood. These Lost Children are often taken in by Familia, groups who help organize these individual Lost Children. Though sometimes there are different groups that are sometimes at odds with one another about how to achieve their goals, or even what their goals really are. To play Arcana Famalia, you will need a group of players, a game master, some writing utensils, and of course the manual. You'll also need some playing cards. The game system is inspired by 21 or Blackjack. When a player wants their character to do something, they declare what they want them to do, and then the game master will deal some cards to that player. The game master then advises the player on what skills or attributes might be relevant to that task. Then the game master draws 2 cards from the top of a deck of cards. The player, depending on what attributes or traits they have, can then draw additional cards. You deal them and reveal them one at a time, and you're trying to meet the relevant number. If you say have a 2 in a relevant attribute for that test, you can draw an additional 2 cards. The player characters then discard a card from that lineup. You add the total of the cards revealed, and you're hoping to get a highish number. You're trying to meet or beat a challenge number, which range from 14 to 21. If you go over 21, the character automatically fails the challenge. It's expressed as they've put too much effort or power into it, and it backfires. You can have the players choose to play both the AO and the Lost Children, divide your player group down the middle between AO and Lost Children, or you can have all the players take on the roles of the Lost Children, and the Game Master will then play all the Owls. Character creation in this game is a points purchasing system. You build your characters, such as Lost Children, by distributing points among their different attributes. Your attributes are physical, social, and mental, and then there's a variety of skills that you can select to put points into as well. There's a pre-written adventure that comes with the manual, which I think really demonstrates and takes advantage of the relationship between the AO and the lost children. I will say I did initially struggle to get my head around the setting. I think a short paragraph summary citing inspirations or a rough sketch of the themes of the setting might have helped me get up to speed a bit faster. You're thrown into the setting with details without much of an overview. One of the influences for this game is Brave New World, and I do think the game carries the tone of that novel pretty well. I think it's a good angle to use for a cyberpunk futuristic game. A digital copy of this game can be purchased for around $15 US on drive-thru RPG. But what did you think of Arcana Famalia? Would you want to play as both the Lost Children, the AO, or would you like to have the roles divided between either a game master or another player? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. While you're there, I encourage you to like this video and perhaps even share it with a friend. If you would like to know when I'm next posting a review, you can subscribe and turn on notifications. Pretty much any and all interaction really helps this video get noticed on the algorithm. If you'd like to go the extra mile to support the channel, you can donate to my Ko-Fi page, which I've linked in the description box below. I want to thank everyone who has donated so far, as this allowed me to get today's game printed and bound. I also want to thank Winged Lion again for sending me the digital file for Arcana Famalia. If you have a game you've made and you want to see it on the gaming table, feel free to reach out to me using the email address below. I do have a bit of a pile to review, but I'm always keen to at least hear what people have been working on. I want to thank you all for watching and discussing Arcana Famalia with me. I hope you're all well, and I look forward to seeing you next time at the gaming table. Bye!